Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month-end with Japanese and CFS V2 models. And I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just to say that first. Video details are 6 AM UK weather forecast. I've got a 10 to 14 day coming up later on today as well. So please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. Going to be live at 10:30 with the final pub run of the season, so I shall see you a little bit later on for that one. Right, okay, let's start off with the week 1 500 millibar height anomaly flowchart from the Arctic and the North Pole view down. So this is the North Pole just here. We've got the wider Arctic circle around there, and then we've got the mid-latitudes through here. So blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. These will break it down into week periods. The first week period will take us from 15th through to the 22nd of March. So the next week looks unsettled with low pressure in the Atlantic into Western Europe. High pressure is down towards Spain. And winds are coming in from a flat westerly direction. So looking unsettled but mild in the week ahead. Week 2 will be the 22nd to the 29th of March, heading up towards the Easter period with higher pressure in the Atlantic going up towards Greenland and a trough of low pressure over and to the east of the country, and that could well bring the wind into more of a north or a northeasterly direction. So unsettled still, but also turning potentially somewhat colder there with winds going into the north or the northeast. And then weeks 3 and 4 will take us from the 29th of March to the 12th of April. And again, we have quite a strong blocking signal up to the north here with below average heights, low pressure to our west and southwest. And winds will be coming in from a southeasterly or an easterly direction with that. So unsettled still, potentially quite wet, especially so for the south. Difficult to say what temperature will be doing. Maybe quite chilly up in the north because of the blocking. Down in the south, it might be relatively mild. Let's have a look at the tropical and mid-latitude views. So we can't see Greenland, Scandinavia, the Arctic. All those areas are off the chart up here. However, we have a look at that view down so we know what's going on. The UK and Ireland in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. Reminder of week 1 500 millibar height anomaly with below average heights, low pressure in from the Atlantic into Western Europe. High pressures down towards Spain and winds are coming in from a west or a southwesterly direction. The temperature anomaly then is mild in the weekend, above average in those yellow and orange colours. That's 1 to 2 degrees above normal. And precipitation wise, it's wetter than average as well. So a mild but wet week to come for week 1. Week 2 is going to be the 22nd to 29th of March, heading towards the Easter period with a blocking area of high pressure setting up towards Greenland and a mid-Atlantic ridge. A trough of low pressure is over the UK and through western parts of Europe as well. Temperatures cool down quite substantially, going back close to average, maybe even ever so slightly below, and precipitation wise it still looks wet as well with above average rainfall, so cooler, much cooler actually, and wet through the final week of March. And then into weeks 3 and 4, which will be the 29th of March, 12th of April. Again, we get a trough of low pressure sitting to our south and southwest, and winds coming up from like a southerly or a southeasterly direction with that, possibly easterly up in the north. The temperature anomaly still looks a little bit on the cool side for here, I have to say. So near normal really, not much of a signal, but certainly cooler than it is in week 1. And precipitation-wise, it's wettest to the south and driest to the north. So closer to that blocking area of high pressure. Up in the north, it turns drier, but in the south, it does look quite wet. Right, so that's the JMA done. Let's have a look at CFS V2 in comparison. Again, these are 500 millibar height zones bring down to week periods. The first week period takes from the 15th to 21st of March. Next week, looking unsettled. Low pressure in off the Atlantic and winds coming in from a flat westerly direction. Week 2 is the 22nd, 28th of March with high pressure down towards France. Low pressure is out in the Atlantic and winds are coming up from a mild southwesterly direction. So, point way of high pressure and very different actually in week 2 with the CFS compared to the JMA. Much milder scenario and not as unsettled. Week 3 will be the 29th of March to the 4th of April with low pressure just to our west. Again, probably bringing up a wind from a southwesterly direction. There is a blocking signal, but we're on the mild side of the block and the trough of low. And then week 4 is the 5th through to the 11th of April with low pressure in the Atlantic combined with some blocking up towards Greenland. The winds are coming in from a west or a southwesterly direction. So a lot milder, I think, with CFS. Let's confirm that with the temperature anomalies. Week 1. It's the 15th to 21st of March, and it's substantially above average. Week 2, which is when the JMA is cooling things down, well, the CFS, 22nd, 28th of March, that is still above average. Week 3 is the 29th of March to the 4th of April, and still above average then. And then finally, week 4 is the 5th through to the 11th of April, still with above average temperatures. Precipitation for week 1, 15th, 21st of March, wetter than average for the UK and Ireland. Week 2, 22nd, 28th of March. That one also comes out wetter than average just to our west and northwest, otherwise nearer normal. Week 3 is the 29th of March to the 4th of April. Again, average or on the wetter from an average side weak signal as we're going further out as always. And then week 4 is the 5th through to the 11th of April. And again, it's a very weak signal, but overall, probably, if anything, a little bit on the wetter side. So, they're both unsettled, but big disagreement between the two models. The JMA, by far the cooler of the two, as we get into towards the last stage of March, going towards the Easter period. There's a strong blocking signal. CFS also has blocking to some degree, but keeps us on the mild side of the block and also the trough of low pressure. So, out of the two, the CFS is the one that keeps wind from the south and from the southwest, where the JMA looks quite a lot cooler. Just a snapshot of what the two models are showing. So, any forecast beyond 5-7 days comes with big health warnings and large pinches of salt attached. So, let's wait and see what happens. I'm going to be back shortly. You 10 to 14 day that will include all of the reg features. Come back to that later. But for JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.